All right. So thank goodness it's June. I don't know if your guys' May felt like everyone else's May, but May was a little crazy. So I was talking to Kathy Cocazella because, like you guys, I was supposed to be on a call this last week that I've been doing with the home office every week, and I wasn't on the call. So I had someone from home office reach out to me, and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, my dad had heart surgery today. Said, so I couldn't be on the call. I said, and my aunt just passed away. And I said, I'm going to be going to a funeral. So I said, I just have a lot of life going on right now. So then that led to Judy Joel reaching out to me, and then Kathy Cocazella called. And so I was talking to Kathy Cocazella, and I said, did everyone else's month, like I just was expecting more as far as recruiting, and I was hoping more in sales. Just comparing, like looking at numbers from last April to May, and then this April to May, there was a big jump. And I don't know what the difference was, because May is typically lower because of graduations and school ending and people starting, vacations and just different things going on. It typically, is a crazier month. But like Kathy was saying, she said across the board, yes, there was more down than what they expected. But she said the orgs that did find success still were the ones that were extremely intentional in their host coaching. So when you think about it, you're sending these messages and stuff for the hosts to do, and they're at a baseball game, or they're at a soccer practice, or they're somewhere, and they're like, oh, I got to do that. And then they kind of barely do, and it just takes way more follow-up, staying on them, and being intentional in every aspect of that host coaching. And so she said, the teams that really focused on that did somewhat better, and it's hard too, because I was on vacation for a week, so, when I'm gone, I'm not being as intentional, in my parties, which I didn't run any parties when I was gone, but, just even wrapping up parties and going into the parties, starting the next weekend. So there's just a lot when it comes to May. And I was talking to Mandy today, and that's going to be the same thing as we go into the summer. So thinking about July and August, it's going to take you being very intentional in your parties, in your host coaching, and just making sure that they understand like what they need to be doing in their parties, and so because we know, new products start in September, but across the board, you are going to have consultants on your team that have a summer slump. So coming from this month, really focusing on bookings, into July and into August to get us, through the next couple of months is going to be super, super important. Okay. So I want to show you on our exec call, I got some ideas, but I first want to make sure that all of you know, do you all have the Dash Consultant Product Catalog app on your phone? Margie, yes. Debbie, Angela, do you?
No.
I do. I don't know if Angela does or not.
What is it? The Dash, what?
The Dash Consultant Product Catalog app.
Oh, I mean, I installed it at one point, but I think they've had a new version since then, and I probably do not have the new version yet.
Okay, I'm gonna show this to you all because this is even something that I think is vital for your teams to have as well. Okay, so it's something where you could do a short video and say, hey, did you guys know about this? And I just want to make sure you all have it on your phone as a resource. So if you go, I'm going to pull up Consultants Corner here, and I'm going to show you guys because I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to take all my stuff over here. Can you guys see my screen now? Okay. All right, so if you go to explore, and this has to be done on your phone. I'm going to show you how to do it on the computer, but just do this exact same thing on your phone. Okay, go to Consultants Corner, click on explore. And then you're going to scroll down to consultant product. It's under consultant tools, consultant product catalog. Okay, so if you click on this from your phone, on here, okay, so you're going to see where it says products. Okay, so this is like looking at the screen. Now, on your phone, when you do this, it's going to, hold on. Okay, so see these 3 dots right here? So from your phone, it will take you to install instructions. Okay, and then all you have to do, it's going to ask you, are you an Android or an Apple? Okay, so what you'll do is when you pull this up on your phone and you click on Consultant Product Catalog, you'll hit this arrow at the bottom. When you hit the arrow, it says add to home screen. Okay, so you add it to your home screen and it's going to look like this. It's going to say PC catalog. Okay, so what is awesome about this, and I got this idea actually from Trina Lutsky today because we had a call and we were talking this morning. And what you can do, let's say someone places an order, you know, for, I don't know, a rock crock. Okay, so what you do is you click on this app and under the products, you can click on the little, it has a little search thing on the bottom, you know, here you can click on all, but if I click on the search, and I type in rock crock, I'm going to just click on the rock crock Dutch oven. Okay, so it's going to pull up this rock crock Dutch oven. Now, what is awesome, if someone says, hey, I want to see, you know, a product, do you have this or whatever, you can send them the direct link because it says share right there. So you can share the direct link. And whenever they click on this, it actually takes them to your website, okay, which is nice too, okay? But if you click down to the bottom, it says show more. And if you go down, it says related recipes, okay? The very bottom, if you scroll down to the bottom of whatever product it is that you put in, it says related recipes. And so what you can do is, let's say you're doing a thank you for someone that placed an order. You can say, hey, thanks so much for your order of the rock crock. I wanted to share this recipe with you as a thank you. And click on that link for the recipe, share it with them. So it just takes your customer service just kind of to the next, you know, next level. And it's easy to do because you can look up whatever product, you know, you have your phone on you. You can see someone's order that came in. You can say, oh, they bought whatever this is. Go find a related recipe, copy it, and just go in and say, thank you so much for your order. You know, here is a recipe that I would love to share with you. And that's just gonna help people out. And it also, like, you have a consultant that says, you know, I don't know, you know, do you know what the warranty is on this? Or do you know, it's right there on your phone. It's easy to find. Click on that, put the product in, comes up with the details, comes up with the stuff. So it's just a great catalog. And if you have any customers that have any questions, you can shoot them exact, you know, they have replacement parts. So like if you scroll down under rock crock, it says related recipes and replacement parts. So if they're like, hey, I broke my lid of the rock crock, can I order a new one? Boom, there's the link. You know, here's the information for it. So it's just a really great resource that I wanted to make sure, because I used to have the other app too that I would use for stuff. But I just want to make sure you all had this app on your phone as well. Okay, so I just wanted to be sure that you guys had that. All right, so when it comes to when it comes to this month and when it comes to every month, okay, so much of our month, our sales, comes from how many parties do we have on our calendar? How many parties do our consultants have? Okay, so reaching out at the beginning of the month and saying, hey, what do you have this month? What are your goals and what are you working for, to have as far as parties? Okay, but I'm going to show you guys a few trackers that one of the nationals made and shared on our exec call. And these are great to use as reminders on your team pages. Or if you don't have a team page and right now you're just doing like a messenger group, whatever it is it's going to show the stats and what you have as far as bookings, what you have as far as recruits. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you guys, and I can share this Canva because it's already made. Okay, so let me. Okay, so here is an example of one, and it says team bookings and recruiting for. So this is a July one. Okay, so what you can do is you can put people's names on their parties. So the goal is if you guys have 30 parties, okay, between everyone on your team, okay, and obviously if you don't have as big of a team or you're kind of a one-man wonder right now, this is going to take more work from you. Okay, but as your team grows and as you get recruits and as you add people and parties, them seeing their name on here, as a part in this team and what that looks like is really going to help. Okay, so 5 recruits. Okay, you can write right here. Now let's go to this one. Okay, here's one for June. Okay, you can write each of the names on a watermelon. You can write recruits on a flamingo. Okay, but this is also, this is a tracker and it has all of them. So if you just want a simple 30 party challenge for your team, okay, April, November, October, September, it goes through all the months, August. Okay, so all of these are made and you guys can throw these out. There's a July, there's a June. Okay, so you can reach out and you can say, hey, look where we're at so far. Our goal is to have 30 parties as a team. Okay, I want to put your name up on our challenge board. Okay, and as they book and they show you, have them plug their names in here so they have ownership, so they can see their parties are a part of a team. Okay, it's a part of something bigger, and so just having this in front of them every month, I think is really going to help. Just put it in perspective and have a goal behind, so, even if you guys only fill up to 20, 15, okay, that's a good chunk towards 5,000 in sales. Okay, shoot for that 30. And if you end up at 15 or 20, guess what? You're probably going to still end up at that 5. Okay, so that is the goal, as you grow and as you add people and you start plugging in the parties, this can really help. Okay, so all you have to do is I'll share this link and you just make a copy of it, kind of like I made a copy of the copy. Okay, and you can edit, you can change whatever when it's a copy. Okay, so you can add your own stuff and they're all in here. Okay, and so you can have them for every month and you can check in with your team. And you can challenge them and let them know 30 bookings is our goal for every month. Okay, and just hold that accountability. Okay, and people are going to say, man, I want my name up on that board. Okay, I see all these other people's names going up here. I want a piece of that too. Okay, so it's something, go ahead, Mandy, is that you?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a great idea.
So I love this idea. Now, something else, guys, for these new people, check this out. Okay, obviously you can do, you don't have to do a bus, you can do whatever, you can do this, but I love this because this keeps track of people as they join your team and their fast track rewards. Okay, so having and showing when did they hit 150, 500, 1,000, 1,250, and show who is finished. And it's a great tracker just to keep in front of your team. And as you add new people, so they can see that others are watching them go towards their goals of that 5,000 as well. Okay. So you could do cars if you want. I mean, you can move, whatever, you can do it. However, the biggest thing is just having a tracker that is showing results and showing people's names, because people love to see their names and they love to see being recognized for the progress that they have. Okay, so it's just kind of that accountability of when you have new consultants, you're showing, some of this progress. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you as well. So I will put copies of these on our director page, so you guys have access, to all of them, and you can choose. The nice thing about like this one is it does have the recruits on there too, so you can have that. But I like how clean this one looks as well. I like the simplicity. I like that it's just all, and on my team page on this Harper's Hot Shots, you can see, no, this first one. I think Julie just said she was at a T-ball game. Baseball, we're finishing up baseball this weekend. So you can see, like, I have my goals and recruiting goal, and then I welcome and I say, what. So you could always have something like this, as well. So that helps too. Yeah, she's at a T-ball game. So you can do that on a cover photo if you want to do like this instead, just showing the bookings and stuff. I just think it's a clean, picture that you can add to and really keep in front of them as well. So, now also, the test kitchen lives, okay, they're going to be having those throughout the month as well. So just sharing those with your team, if you guys want to watch them as well, I think that they're great for your customers, for, to share on your VIP pages, okay? But I think that you could even do a test kitchen live party with your team, as a team, I'm going to challenge you all to hop on here and watch this, test kitchen live. So, something to think about. So I am looking on Monday nights to do like, a Monday motivation, a Monday tip, and I would love to even partner up with some other leaders, so it's not just me trying to come up with some information every Monday night, but just having something where, we have, 30 minutes and it's just like a tip. It's something new to learn. Maybe it's something that you didn't know, maybe it's, 15-minute parties, Canva, I'm just throwing out some things we've done in the past, just something that we're doing, just a little snippet of information, because we constantly have new people that come on and they don't necessarily know all the things. So I really would like to partner with some other organizations, and have other people share, some of their knowledge and tips and stuff. What do you guys think about doing like a Monday night motivation, or a Monday, like little Monday tip kind of thing? Thoughts about that?
I like the idea, but for everybody to come on here Monday night, every Monday night may be tough. I'm thinking maybe if you could set up something and say, okay, we're going to have Monday night tips or whatever, and maybe you pop something on the team page or something, so everybody can go in there just a certain time every Monday night and check on it. That might be easier. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there.
Or do you think that maybe I should look at just doing like a Monday motivation lunchtime tip instead of it being an evening, throwing out something, I'm just trying to think of of some ways. I don't really want to put another call, you know, and on people. But I also think there's just so much information sometimes and things that people don't know that, and tips and stuff, you know. So I kind of wanted to just get your guys' thoughts on just, you know, some of these things that people want to learn, you know, and want to do the trainings, but they don't know, you know, what to do, you know, or maybe it's like Project Broadcast, you know, like what I mean? Like there's so many different aspects and things that I know people want to learn, that I'm like, man, I don't have all of the time and trainings to do. So, or
But if
you
you're
know,
doing it with if you were doing it with another org, then it wouldn't just be dependent upon your leaders
in
getting
our
on there. Cause I know it's hard for you. Like I've seen it where you've posted, thanks so-and-so for getting on, and there's one person.
right.
So if you're doing it with another org,
Mhm.
but I would highly suggest recording it.
Yeah. And that's
Because you're
where-
never going to accommodate a night or a day
no,
ever.
no, you're not. And not every training is going to apply to everyone. If you're like,
Right.
I already got this down, you know, oh, but I really have been wanting to learn that. And she's doing that, you know, that's going to be on the third Monday. So I'm going to be sure to hop on that one. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing, is that I know not all these trainings apply to everyone. They don't. You know, there's some leaders that are reading this stuff, or, you know, there's some new people that, you know, maybe on more or whatever it is. But I just sometimes wonder if we're missing the boat, you know, in not having some, I want to say continue education, but, you know, just something available for, you know, like I try to focus on something different at every team meeting. Like next team meeting, I'm going to focus on reels and how to make them, and like how to work them in, you know, your business, and how to do videos, and how videos and stuff can, and right now is huge. Like Trina was talking about her 15-minute party today, and she had a $600 15-minute party last night. Took 15 minutes, obviously. And she was like, man, I just need to pull some summer stuff. So all she had to do is she had created a few reels of, you know, like the Cool and Serve and the new summer bowls. And so all she had to do is click those links and put them right into her 15-minute party stuff. And so they're already created, you know, and I was talking to some of these executives, and they were showing me like all reels are is going through your phone. And I mean, you can take little tiny snippets of videos, like you're using a product, a 5-minute, you know, showing how to do this, stop it. 5 minutes of showing you to do this, stop it. And then you just go through your phone and click those, push, and it puts it to music. You don't like that music, change the music, and it does it for you. You know, so they're not hard, but you know, so many people are just intimidated about doing them because they've never done them. Well, reels, you don't have to have the video on your face. It literally can just be showing products. And people are going to take a 15-minute video of something that you're showing them to do and do way more with it and have more success than you will just sharing wording with a few pictures from the catalog. You know, so if we can learn how to do a few of those things, save them, and then just use them to put, you know, into our parties and stuff, I really do think it's going to help a lot. So, so we're going to talk some about that, and there's a video that I'm going to share and stuff. But anyways, just stuff like that where people are like, okay, I don't know how to do that. Yep, include me on that one, you know. But that's where I do think I would like to do it with some other organizations, so it's not every Monday night I'm trying to come on and think of something to teach about, you know. So I just want to throw out that thought and see your guys's thoughts and what you guys thought about that. So when you guys think about our month as an org, what do you want to see as far as trainings? What do you want to see that you have found successful, that you want me to continue? doing when you think about, like a month as an org? What do you say, okay, yeah, I want you to continue doing that, or I don't know if that's necessarily necessary?
Okay, here's my conundrum right now. I've got 2 girls that signed and I've barely heard back from them. I don't think they're ever gonna have a party. I think they joined just to get the kit. I know there's nothing we can do to stop that. How do I encourage them? Because they said, okay, I've got 5 people that want to have a party, but then I never hear, I've got one says she's ready to go, but she doesn't communicate back. What do I need to do? I've called her, I've texted her, she lives next door. I'll talk to her in the front yard.
You go over to her house.
Well, I did. Her
I'm
kit just
here.
got her kit just got there. I sent a picture of it on her porch. She has not messaged me back. I see her out in the yards this afternoon. Oh, I'm so excited. I got my stuff. I've got mom, mom's helping me get some people to have parties. I said, well, she's just signed up the end of last month. So I know we got a
Yeah.
little time,
Yeah,
but I don't know if she's just intimidated and can't do it. But I mean, she's come over to my house and I've shown her how to copy and paste and how to do things. And she said, hey, I can do that. And
yeah, I think it starts
then no
out
more.
just this message. I want you to go through and help her maybe sit down, because a part of it is the intimidation of thinking through who, what,
Right.
and just helping her think like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down and help you make a list of 20 people, and let's
Well,
and
that
watch her
and
see there. Send the message.
Yeah.
Watch her send the
and I
message.
also had her come over here and sign on to her her web page, showed her how to do Dash, what to go through, what to look at, how to start that. I mean, I've done everything I can do but hold this girl's hand and do it for her.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I really want to help her. She's a single mom to be and really wants to make some extra money, and it would be great for her. So
I would just be sure she has the words to share,
okay.
and tell her exactly, a list of who to share it with, and say, okay, I'm going to check back in 48 hours. And what we're going to do is this weekend of June 10th, I want you to book one party. Let me know when you have that one party. And then we're going to move to June 17th, and I want you to book 2 parties then. When you have those 2 booked, I want you to move to the 24th, and I want you to book 2 parties then. So give her a goal of 10th, 17th, 24th. Here's how many parties I want you to book. Here's the message I want you to send. I'm going to give you 48 hours. Let me know when you book your first party. And
Okay, I did that with the first party. I said, okay, let's get it booked. Let me know. That can be your launch party. I will help you. I will help you do it. I'll set it up for you. I'll help you set it up, and here we'll go from there. I said, try to book one party a week for the next 3 weeks. After then, it's kind of what you're telling me to do, but it just seems like nothing's getting through. So I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm not giving up on her because I really think she has potential. She's just a shy little thing.
yeah, it's just probably that initial scare step of doing it. The intimidation of, and just
Oh, yeah.
it's always good to remind new consultants that everyone hears the word no, and no is expected, and you will hear it. And just know it's nothing against you, or you're not doing anything wrong. It's just the nature of this business, so every no is going to lead you closer to a yes. And so you just got to start reaching out. So,
and she's 24. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
the biggest part of it right there.
yes, indeed.
Okay.
Is there, as far as our monthly calendar, is there things what trainings do you guys like, and what trainings should we keep or maybe change, or what are your thoughts? As we go into the summer, and thinking through, what the next couple months look like.
Are you asking us how many parties we have on our calendars for the next couple months?
Sorry, what I'm asking is like, I have done new consultant training. I have done the, virtual team meetings. I do the step up virtual party. We have done, get the more events. We have done director bounds. We have done, opportunity events, like just thinking through our calendar, like as an org, like some of the stuff that we do every single month, what do you think that we should continue to do? Is there something you'd like to see done different? I'm just trying to get your guys' feedback of some of that.
You don't want mine. We need more table stuff. I still haven't had any kind of connection from Trina with some table training.
Okay, yeah, she hasn't sent me anything.
I mean, my team is really, more and more of them moving over to table, and I mean, we love it. Table's great, but we're still facing the same challenges that everybody else is with bookings and sales and all the things. So, but some of the trainings, you know, that are Facebook, they just don't really apply to table. So
Yeah,
some of them do and some of them don't. It's about 70-30, I think. 70% of them don't, because it's all about beating those Facebook algorithms, and you don't have to do that with table, which is the lovely thing about it. But I mean, you know, we still need fresh wording and fresh ideas, and you
do
know,
you see that the wording and stuff that I post on like our Team PC Hot Shots every month, to me, that wording can go either way.
we use it some, but a lot of it takes a little bit of modification to use it for table. But yeah, we do use some of it. But like if you're talking about just like the booking wording, that we can use with just a little modification. But because you know, with table, it's still, even though it's been around a while, it's still fairly new. So when you send a booking message, you definitely want to make sure that person knows that it's table and not Facebook, so that you're set their expectations up right from the beginning. And so, but we've been able to use some of it.
Anyone else have an opinion on the stuff that we do every month and as far as trainings and stuff? Because my new consultant, I don't know if any of you guys have been on it recently. My new consultant is no longer really focused on like the virtual side of anything. It's more so about their mindset and getting the bookings and the reach outs and, you know, where to start, like how to make a Frank's list, you know. So I've kind of switched. My new consultant training is more, okay, like I tell my story, you know, and just talk to them about their why and how important it is to know, you know, what they want from this business, their goals, you know. So that's kind of more where I've headed with the new consultant. And I have, you know, offered the Step Up Your Virtual just, you know, for people that really are needing help, you know, with bookings and with, you know, the things of the virtual party. So I've kind of split those two. So they're a little bit different, you know, than I used to do them. So just in case some of you guys have not been on a new consultant call recently.
I haven't. I'm gonna check that out. That's awesome.
So any other thoughts and opinions? Thoughts about, you know, director bound type stuff? Nothing? Nothing? Debbie, what are your thoughts? Stop eating dinner.
Dude, I already woofed that down.
What are your thoughts, Debbie, as far as like the trainings and stuff that we offer? Anything we should change?
No. By the sounds of it, I should probably check out the new consultant again.
So so like currently what we have is the director, tonight's directing me. Next Tuesday night is going to be the virtual team meeting. So we'll have our team meeting next it's on the 13th. On the 12th, I have the new consultant training on there, 8 o'clock. And then 19th, I have Step Up Your Virtual Party at 8. So I can do that. As far as opportunity events, do you guys think that we should try putting posts back into an opportunity event group once a month? I kind of have talked with Angela some about this, but what do you guys think? Do you think that it was helpful to have a group that you can put someone in, you know, when they have questions that they can go through the posts and get some answers as an extra resource? Do you think that is something that is positive? What are your thoughts when it comes to sharing opportunity, answering people's questions in that resource? Because it's something that we used to have. I mean, there was a time where we were doing opportunity events every single Sunday night. Every Sunday night we had an opportunity event. So thinking about like, I mean, when we were growing and we were promoting, every Sunday night there was an opportunity event. And then we kind of scaled them back to 2. And then we kind of scaled them back to 1. And now we've scaled them back to none. And that's about what our recruiting's at. So there's that.
I like the opportunity meetings that we used to have. I mean, I would pop in on them, and I do like the idea of having the PowerPoints to go back to. Maybe if we do it once a month, that, you know, toward like the middle or the middle of the next week, next to the last week of the month, like 15th to the 20th, somewhere in there, to get everybody involved for one night, then maybe it'd work. I mean, I thought they were good. I enjoyed it.
Anyone else have thoughts about it? Mandy?
I do like having it on there. I'm not having a lot of luck with recruiting myself too much, but maybe, I don't
Which
know.
we talked about that today, so that's going to change.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sorry. I'm gonna be positive. Tomorrow morning, I'm positive. Yeah. I am talking to a girl since I talked to you. I am chatting with her.
Good.
We'll see. But yeah, I do like the idea of having the opportunity events. I know I haven't done anything with them. Maybe I should help out, then maybe.
I think that if we have them, you know, and what I was thinking is, you know, maybe even having them earlier in the month so that they're in there. And then if anyone has anyone that's interested in the business, it's the option of, hey, you know, I have this group and it answers a lot of the questions that you may have. What do you know, would you be okay with me putting you in this group and you can look through the posts, you know, and then following up and, you know, so that I think, you know, I mean, obviously this month we may need to do a little bit later, but maybe, you know, in coming months, if we start out kind of doing it towards the beginning, then the posts are in there the rest of the month for people to go in, because the specials do change. Sometimes the kits change, you know, so having it updated as a resource of here's what's going on this month kind of thing might be something good too, you know, where maybe it's like the first Sunday evening of every month, you know, that way the posts are in there, you know, the rest of the month for people to share in the group. So I was thinking about that because, you know, like we go through seasons, we go through changes, and we look back and say, okay, what was I doing then that we're not doing now? You know, what were we doing when we were bringing a bunch of recruits in and promoting leaders and stuff like that, you know, and opportunity events was one of them, you know, and it's just, we kind of have whittled down a little bit, you know? So I think that it would be good to start back up and just have at least as, you know, a resource. So, Anything else that you're like, man, I miss doing this. I wish we would continue to do this. Is there anything else that you feel like maybe we need to do a little different or? I know all of you have been leaders for a while, you know, so you guys have been here through the waves and the season changes and the ups and the downs and the all arounds. So if there's something that you think of and you're like, hey, I heard, you know, that this other org is doing this and this sounds really cool. I mean, always let me know, because sometimes, you know, there may be something new that people are doing that maybe I haven't even heard of, you know, yet. And I can reach out, you know, to that leader and say, hey, tell me more of what you're doing, you know, that's working so well, you know. So that's the great thing about this business, is a lot of people are willing to share. So so we know it's the beginning of June. We are officially halfway in the trip earning period. That may like, yep, may get that face, kind of get face, okay. But what I'm going to challenge you guys to do is I want you to go into your trip tracker. I want you to see where your points are at. I want you to write them down. I want you to write down the amount of points of the trip that you're wanting to earn, and take away the difference and see how many more points you need and divide it by 6. Okay, because right now is the time where we need to look at where we want to be and how much further do we need to go. Don't wait until November to try to figure out how far you are away. Okay, so we want to look at that now, because now is, you guys have 6 more months. Okay, so if you say, you know, I only have, you know, 20,000 and I want to earn 90,000. So you're going to take that 70,000 and you're going to divide it by 6, and you're going to go, okay, that's 12,000 or whatever it is. Okay, and you're going to go, okay, my goal in sales is this. So if I have this much in sales, then I know I need to have 2 recruits a month. 2 recruits a month. And if they qualify, and if I make sure, you know, guys, as a director, you get those points every month that you hit your title. Okay, those are trip points towards your trip. So you're getting those. Okay, so add those in and say, you know what? I'm determined to hit my title every month. So here's those points. Okay, so figure those numbers out now when we still have 6 months. Okay, also, new excellence award period started. Okay, if you're like, man, I have hit excellence before, I didn't this last year, I want to do it again. Okay, in sales, 4,500. Okay, you know, as leaders, we talk about our goal for, as directors, you know, 5,000. That way you do it yourself and you don't have to rely on anyone else. Well, that would make you earn excellence. Okay, so thinking through your goals by Margie. So thinking through your goals, because we just started the new excellence board period 2. Okay, so it's a good time just to think through your rewards and what you're wanting to earn, and you know where you're at. What do you guys think about doing an org-wide booking blitz like we've done in the past with captains and teams and all the things? We haven't done one in a while. They can be super beneficial. What are your all thoughts? Because our leaders in the past, you know, have been the ones that have helped with the teams, you know, and the members we group, you know, together and put a team, and we're working towards, you know, we had like the orange team, the blue team, the purple team, you know, we had the different colors teams. And what do you guys think about that?
Did you say a booking blitz? I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm in.
booking blitz. Yes. Debbie's in.
I
What
can
is
do
it?
that.
What do you guys, Angela, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. Sorry, my voice tried to disappear on me.
No, you're fine. So what we can do is put a group together, so we're not just taking up all of Team PC Hotshots, but have a group link that goes directly, to the Booking Blitz. And when people join, then we can divide them up, put them into groups and all that stuff. So I just remember last time, like it got a lot of bookings. And also it was just good because it brought our team, where people were talking together, coming up with ideas, within the groups, there was the conversation going. It just helped, people feel like they were part of something, so a lot of people that hadn't booked and done parties in a while, were starting to book again. So I just think that it would be something we haven't done in a while. I don't even remember when we did that color one. It's been a long time though. So I just was thinking, of a different way that we could do a booking blitz that we haven't done in a while. And that would be beneficial. So I'll start working on putting that together. So we have that. Just trying to think when, to start it and everything. And I think we ended up like extending it and stuff too last time. Okay. I'll look at the calendar and try to figure that out. But I will share, I'm going to share those graphics of those Canvas with you so you guys can take those, make them your own, use them, because I think that is 100% the key of getting your team on board and, posting bookings on there and letting them know, like, here's our goal. This is our number that we're shooting for as a team, and keeping it in front of them. So I think that is important. Does anyone have anything else?
Just want to say thank you for meeting with us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being on here. I appreciate it. I really do. Because when no one was on at 5 minutes after, I was like, this is a first. I was like, I don't think we've ever had a director meeting where no director showed up. So I'm glad you guys hopped on. So, because I know there are people that want to see the recording too. And without anyone on, it's really hard to have a recording. So I'm not going to talk to myself. So there's that.
Yeah.
So
Hey Mel, when are you scheduling a call regarding conference?
probably should do that if next week, probably.
Is
Just
the
to go over
virtual
it.
sign up open yet?
Did they say the 12th or something today on that meeting? I think December or June 12th, I think.
Oh
For
yeah,
what?
I have to watch the recording for that because I have client meetings at the time when they do those now.
I have, I took some screenshots I can send you, Angela. If you want me to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, if it was on the director call, I'll see it because I'll watch that recording as
Okay.
soon as they send me the link for it.
Okay.
All righty. Yeah, I will be planning at some point because it's 3 weeks into July. So I'll be planning something this month, Debbie, on checking in with conference stuff. Have a plan, what to expect, all that kind of stuff. So all right, well, if you guys don't have anything else, I'll let you go, but I am going to probably be starting that booking blitz stuff sooner rather than later. Obviously, we want to get bookings going before we get too far into this month. So it's Tuesday now. I may work on setting up, a group and having people start joining tomorrow, Thursday, and then kind of starting the blitz maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and maybe I would love to have it like finished by Tuesday or so. So that way people can, that gives them 2 weeks of bookings, two weekends of bookings that they can still get in this month. So, because if we're working to get all of our bookings in, by next Tuesday, then that still gives them time to get the stuff that they need to the host for that weekend or the next weekend or so I'll work on setting that up and also posting just in the director page to kind of figure out, who would be interested in just helping, be a leader as far as, helping with a group and, a messenger group just to kind of help with booking tips and ideas. And I'm going to be posting those in that group too. But just kind of being a facilitator of how many bookings, your team is getting and stuff like that. Making the competition aspect of it is what makes it exciting and makes it push, and, hey, our team got this many, whatever. So
Just curious about your thoughts. Should we invite another org to it?
Ooh.
I'm thinking Trina, of course.
Adrian, of course. I can reach out to her and see.
And if we team people up across orgs, then, that would get some really good idea sharing going.
That's true.
It is true.
I'm leaving Sunday for my California trip. I'll be gone Sunday.
What day is your trip start?
Sunday the 11th. I come back on the 14th.
So is that the second wave?
Yeah.
Okay. Because who was it that was asking earlier? It was in Karen. Karen was asking earlier, because she's going on wave 1. So she was asking, if there was any of our leaders that would be there. And I thought you had said it was going to be the next one, Mandy. So, but that is a possibility. I could reach out to, so would we do it like org against org, or would we all mingle together in groups and split them up?
I think mingled together would be good. My personal thoughts. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but.
And just kind of get different people with different
like
ideas,
that
different
idea.
thoughts and.
Yeah, because that way we get ideas shared across the
Across the
orgs
board.
that way. Mhm.
Mhm.
I
It
will
was just a thought.
No, I kind of like it though, because I think, well, we've done competitions with her, or before against each other, but I think it would be a fun twist. And I also think that, because we're going to do a joint group, she would have the same group.
Right.
Like you just put people in there and we wouldn't know necessarily their people, our people, so we could just kind of divide them up and then their leaders also could help with it. Yeah, let me reach out to her. I know she had a director meeting tonight too. So let me reach out to her and see if they have done one in a while. Because since she's not an executive, she wasn't on the call talking about this. So she may not, may not have heard, about, hey, people are doing this again, why don't you give it a shot again? So I'll reach out to her and see what she says. But I kind of like that idea. So, and I think it would give more opportunity, to leaders to collaborate together and people. So I like it. I will Marco Polo her right now and see what her thoughts are. So,
Good idea.
you ladies have a good evening. I'm going to stop the recording here, but Debbie, I have a question to ask you.